Sorry, that was interrupted. So my idea is, Blanca, why would you go with someone that you don't know? You haven't asked them the right questions. If you did ask them the right questions, you wouldn't be with them. But your mechanism, don't rattle the cage. Don't make a big scene. Just go along to be along. Compared to staying with us as a couple, a relationship that's thoroughly tested, thoroughly proven, went through the bad times, the awesome times of 33 years, 34, that we succeeded and accomplished through the worst times, which was gun day, basically. And now all of this is her mechanism that has caused all this. Blanca, your mechanism caused gun day. Caused you to get an apartment. You didn't need to go get an apartment if your mechanism wasn't involved. It wasn't you in Mexico, Blanca. That was your mechanism. Managing you from Saturday morning. I noticed it, and we talked about it later Saturday evening. Terry was, you were somewhere in the house. I was down with Terry in the kitchen, and she told me, "Oh, hey, I'm going to take everyone to get some pastel, and I'm buying." She goes. I said, "Okay, cool." And then Blanca came down. I think you were from the shower, and then we all three of us went to the bakery to get pastel. And Blanca, even though we're not divorced at the time, her mechanism was always my money, your money, like we're divorced. And I didn't bother with that. I just never tried to argue about that, because that's how, I didn't know she had a mechanism then. But she was in the back. Was always, because of I couldn't move in the passenger seat. Terry was driving. And Blanca, she tapped me on the shoulder. "Hey, can you pay for the pastel?" I'm like, "How, baby? I don't have any money on me. Why that question? You have all the money. You have all my cards. I don't have anything in my bag. Why even bring that up? Let alone when I'm there, from the day I got there, I never dealt with the money. I can't keep up every time I was there, every weekend or every other weekend or however often. It was, the exchange rate was always changing. I couldn't have time to keep up with the money. I just let you to do that. We never talked about it. It was just automatic. But that was, and I mentioned that to you later on that day. And then Sunday morning, Blanca, you weren't there, baby. An example, I was already showered. You were on the bed. I was sitting on the side of the bed. You got your big black luggage, and you opened it, and you were telling me, complaining about, as you were started to unpack, you were complaining about, "Oh, I wish I didn't bring all these cold weather clothes." And you were just talking just small stuff. And I watched you, and I was listening to you, and you unpacked every piece of thing, and then you started putting them back, just talking. And I was looking at you. Your mind was very somewhere else, baby. It's like you were there in the room with me, but your mind was somewhere else. I know you were thinking something more important, what we were going to do the next day. I know. I get it. I saw everything, baby. Nothing made sense from Saturday afternoon. The stuff that we did, we were doing, we were having fun, but then just a lot of stuff we could talk about later. But Blanca, that wasn't you. You weren't there. You were someone else, and that's part of the gift that I've mentioned to you a few times. Blanca, it's about Cody's, and I'm going to tell you here now. You shared Cody's for a reason to me. It was the night we were waiting for the tow truck. We were together in our cars, mostly mine, having fun. On the way home, we're explaining Cody's. It's secret codes that no one knows. The translation is. You're telling me about the 4 angels. That you have to name them, and about feathers, and if you see a feather, pick it up. That means an angel is nearby. Coins, beautiful stuff about Cody's. And it mentioned how you practice that you can, learn secret codes for anything from angels and really cool stuff. And you explained how I did it, and then you shared it with me. You sent me the information. It was a PDF. It was in Spanish. After I got it translated, I texted you. I said, baby, oh my God, we have so much in common with this. It's like all of this information is basically both of us knew it, but kind of didn't. I mean, about reading license plate numbers, many things. And I even told you one time when we were putting air in your tire at Sam's, I noticed a license plate because it said RRZ or CR, like mom and dad always had the license plate. That's where I got it from. And I asked you, is it weird that and I would see BMZ or DSZ on license plates, and I always catch my mind. And I asked you that, you were driving your car, and I said, is it weird that I have this obsession with license plates? And she goes, no. I said, do you think I may have ADHD or something? I said, because when I was a kid, I was I would put in my mind, like, if I had a letter made of rope, like for an R, if I took that piece of rope, could I make a circle? Would there be enough rope to make a circle or an M? And I was telling you this, and you go, no, that sounds like you had a very healthy mind and you were creative. I was like, wow, that's cool, thank you. Not like I'm like a weird kid and stuff like that. But that Cody's, I'm not going to say what it is, because it could sound like I'm crazy. You know what Cody's is, Blanca. You have two gifts that you have to practice to achieve. I saw them in Mexico. You can multitask, baby. I think you know what I'm talking about. You can be in one place there with me, and you're doing something important, and your mind is somewhere else very effectively. And you have another gift, which Cody's mentions that you can achieve. Shirley knows about it. I told her something, it was back in October, that I've been trying to tell you how to get rid of your mechanism. But I told Shirley that we were out having a cigarette, So I told her what I planned to tell you, which it took me a month of editing it. And then a day later, I was like, oh, that sounds even better. I mean, it makes more sense. It was a multi-paragraph speech that I had written down in a text or in a note, what to make you get an idea of how to get rid of your mechanism. And once I told you that, still I have many things to explain to you for you to understand and realize what your mechanism is, what it does, what it can do, what it has done. But I told Shirley that. It took about a minute. And Shirley goes to me. She takes a drag of her cigarette. She goes, she just told me verbatim. Verbatim meaning word by word. That to me last night on the phone. Didn't surprise me. Blanca, you took something, our connection, one of many connections that we have, infinitely connected, baby. You somehow, I know why, I know how, you took everything word by word, told that to Shirley when I was saying goodbye to your mechanism, that what you would be saying to your mechanism, you said goodbye to Shirley. And I told Shirley, thank you, that's pretty good news. That's like our connection, one of them. Blanca, that's a gift that you have. That's two gifts that you have naturally. It's very impressive. You have no idea how special you are. Oh my God. That's pretty special. And I have more information that I can't say on recording. It would sound like I'm crazy. It could be used against me too. So I'm smart. I don't say stuff. Only stuff that you would know between if we're alone. And I'd love to tell you about it, explain it to you on film once I know your mechanism is gone. Forever. We can talk about all that stuff. Why wouldn't I think that's still not possible as of today, December 28th? I still have faith, baby. Another thing. When Shirley told me, oh, she's getting married. Blanca, I didn't have a heart pain. I didn't shed a tear. Not for a second right now, even as I'm talking. Not even for a second do I think you're in love with him or you love him. From what I've seen of how you are with him, no connection. Or maybe it's our connection. I know it's our connection, what I've seen, and how I feel. I do not get 1 ounce of fear that you're actually in love with this guy. It's not you, baby. Plus the unfortunate thing that you can't honestly tell him also that you're made for each other. We're all in our 60s, baby. You know what I mean? Nothing makes sense, Blanca. What's happening? And then I've got written here, have you told him? Because it couldn't possibly be true, could it, baby? What would that mean? You're being insincere. You're just being nice. You're just going along to get along. How? Why? To be secure. For a place to live. To get rid of your past. Blanca, we had a beautiful past. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Your mechanism creates monster, horrible days and stuff that you've told me before. Another putting on airs. You texted me. I'd already seen your car. I knew what it was. It was a four-door gray Kia. And when you texted me, I think later, how I don't know. I think I saw it. How I know you bought that car. You texted me and said, I got a new car. And I knew, I just said, just to poke at you, I go, I know, baby. I'm sure you got a very nice SUV that would be perfect for your job with all the stuff that you have to pack in an SUV like the Equinox. I knew you got a four-door that is nothing to do with your jobs. And you texted me. I still have the text. I told you that I could buy a car on my own. I just thought, I never said that you couldn't, ever. It never came up. That's your mechanism. Low self-esteem, baby. That never came up. Blanca, you showed me, told me everything about your mechanism. About your no reassurances. Anyone that has trauma has low self-esteem. I've already mentioned in another video about showing you the picture, the black and white from 1988. A year before I met you. That I couldn't take my eyes off you at the Rosa's wedding, at the reception. Couldn't take my eyes off you. How is that possible? I thought at the time that you felt so not pretty or ugly how you said it, whatever you said, when I showed you that picture. And I said, why did you feel ugly? And you put the picture down. You told me, no reassurances. I thought, why? From whom? Who wouldn't tell you you're pretty? Goodness, baby. That was devastating to me. I told you in a text. Blanca, that was 4 years after my mom and dad had met you at Dale's wedding. And they thought you were the prettiest, funnest person on the planet. And I heard about you for 5 years from my dad. I've already talked about this, but I love talking about it because it's so fun and unique. Hollywood can't write how we met, baby. And when passengers ask me, they always ask me about you. Of course, when I don't have my ring on, yeah, he's a failure. He failed his marriage. He probably screwed around on her. We didn't do that to each other, baby. That's why I wear my ring proudly still on my finger. Because you put it there when the day after we got back together, we were at the bench. I'm going to say the story again. We were at the bench and you looked down because I didn't think I'd see you forever. The ring on my other hand, you go, let's fix that now. I said, okay. You took it out, put it on this finger. You took my hands and you prayed. And I reminded you of that the week before August 31st hearing. We were at the office, and I told you many things. That your mechanism was right there, up front. I could see her. It wasn't you. You're talking to me. I know exactly it's not you because of the silly stuff that she was saying. I said, Blanca, I had the best job possible to get married to. Working for American Airlines, it gave us the freedoms. If I had any other job, as if I was an attorney, if I was a student, college student, if I was still pumping gas, we couldn't have gotten married. If we did, it would have failed. It was the perfect job. Gave us free flight benefits, free or great medical benefits. We spent $10 on each of the births of our kids, I think, after it was all over. The freedom, my schedule, I could go to Mexico and be with you to get married. If I got stuck there, just make a call, which was free, to my office, my supervisor. I got it covered, don't worry, Darren. What job could offer you that? And I told you about that, and you go, that was such a long time ago. God. And then that's when I mentioned, oh, why did you took $8,000, every single penny from our joint account. Then you spun that. Oh, because you were spending too much money. There's another one. It was like 5 things. I told about you putting my ring on the finger. I said, it was like a cherry on top of wedding vows. Better than any marriage. And you go, we didn't say any wedding vows. We got married by the state. And you were doing this stuff. Like, you gorgeous, smiley-eyed baby. Blanca, your mechanism has been my nemesis. Yeah. I had to take that stuff from it all the time. My God. Imagine if I did that to you. I'm trying to think if you could make a comeback for that. I don't think you can, baby. Without your mechanism jumping in and saying something silly off the wall. And Blanca, you have to get rid of your mechanism. It makes you look foolish. I could imagine right now your comeback of me, what I just said. You have said, oh, well, I'm glad we didn't have girls instead of boys. That hurt, baby. A little bit. But it's not. I never held it against you. I just mentioned it. Kind of to realize what's going on when I said that at the recording. This stupid thing. Now I gotta switch this recording. Pause this recording. To where, yeah, back to that. Sorry, I had to restart the video. Who I'm talking to, I don't know. I'm just doing this because it's a lot, baby. My God, the shit that I've gone through. Oh my God. I don't have anyone to talk to. This is like, Blanca, it's really, shit, my will is so strong. Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you this. recently, yeah, I've thought about hurting myself too. Many times. But no, I won't. All because of this. And my will is strong, baby. There's nothing I haven't been through. I swear. The pain and the bullshit that I have had to gone through since this May, let alone Mexico happening and gun day happening and being away from you and not you being with me every day in my car with me, waking up with you. God, we would have had so much fun every single time I was with passengers. God, I had so much fun, and I always wished, oh my God, I wish she was with me. She would have so much goddamn fun. Shoo. And that's what keeps me going. I have a good body. Okay. Blanca, God. It's just kind of so weird that this can happen. You're doing what you're doing. You're with some other person. I'm without you. I'm doing all the fighting and took all the stuff trying to get you not to rely on your mechanism, knowing about what happened when you were younger. That was a lot to manage, baby. Oh my God. Blanca, if he was to know what I know, Blanca, he would run. I think I mentioned this in another video. Even after you were married and he found out what I know of what happened to when you were younger, he would get divorced. Yes. Blanca, I think I mentioned this too, but I have to say it again. If before we got married, before I fell more in love with you, if someone told me if I were to find out what I know, I wouldn't have gotten married, Blanca. Anyone with common sense would think, wow, that's a lot of baggage not to get involved. Don't get involved with that stuff. But your mechanism did good, baby. And it happened. And I did find out. And I managed it. Both of us did. And I know how to get rid of your mechanism. Because you showed me and you told me how to get rid of it. I'm the only one that knows, baby. Naturally, you'd tell your husband that. Why your mechanism is so against me. because originally that's what happens. You have to get it off your chest. You have to tell, it's called the my favorite person. You're my, I'm your favorite person. Dilemma. It's called borderline personality disorder. It's the same thing. You're my, I'm your favorite person. And you have to tell me about your traumas. Get that off your chest, so to speak, and then whatever. And even project what you've been giving me of no reassurances. To show me how it feels to have no reassurance. Baby, yes, I got it. Thank you for trusting me. It's come to a few times where I was thinking if I was to come up with you, like bump into you, Blanca, I think you gave me too much. Can I give you some back? I thought, no, that's ridiculous. I know you have more. Overloaded, baby. I know you're overloaded again. And if you were right here, I would say give it. I'll take it and I'll get rid of it. I'll do anything for you, Blanca. I've already been to 15 moons and I'm back each time. And it just kind of kicks my ass that I've paid all this price and done all this for us, for you, for our families, all three of them. For you to just, your mechanism blocks it off. Blocks here, here, here. Behind and forward. Closes your mind. And go and have fun and change your name, and this guy, new guy, doesn't know anything, and Darren, poor Darren's sitting back there in the dirt, maybe in a grave. Later. Pretty bad, baby. In my point of view, holy shit, it's very bad, baby. Yeah, he's dead. Oh well. I have a new name. I don't have to hear about Darren Zorn ever again. Totally forget about my past. That's fantasy, baby. I'm still here. I'm living day by day. 4th of July, just got out of jail. My car was in the pound. Got towed from the week before. Had $1 to my name. Couldn't make money, didn't make money. Spent 4th of July by myself in the apartment, no car. Luckily I had some wine, enough pack of cigarettes, food in the house, in the apartment. Had an apartment. I just wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote to everyone that tried to screw me. The cops, the detective, the captain, the chief, the sheriff. I wrote to the sheriff. You wouldn't believe what happened to me in the county jail. They intentionally kept me there, Blanca. I could not get out of there. The second time was 12 days. No, that was after 7 days. And then I had the 12th day. Could not, whatever I could do, no one would let me get out of there. I couldn't call, collect anywhere because my stupid little code that they give me doesn't work. They intentionally made it didn't work. Because of Detective Broom from Hearst, the captain. Because I simply told him, detective, I left him a message that Friday morning of July something, July 24th or 21st. I left the detective another message. Detective, go to your captain. You have no idea what I've been through because of your... I told him, I've got the recording. I have to record everything now. a transaction in Walmart, because people don't know what their job is. They say something, they don't know what they're saying. From doctors to attorneys to anyone. So I recorded it. I said, "Detective, I've been in jail because of your statement of putting my phone into evidence with no crime. I know there was no crime because you would have gotten me before. You listened to my conversation standing on Blanca's patio, me calling from her phone onto that phone that was on her patio. You were happy and you asked me, 'Mr. Zorn, your phone's here to pick up, but I just have to ask, why did you have Blanca's phone and she had yours?' And I told him, 'Detective, that really is important for me to get my phone back? It's kind of personal.' And he goes, yeah. So I told him about the traumas and how we got married and this and that. He goes, 'Oh, wow, that's above my pay grade.' He goes, 'Married or not,' this is verbatim, because I remember it, let alone the recording that I have. 'Married or not, Darren, it's your phone. Just let me call her to make sure.' Detective, to make sure of what? You just told me my phone's ready to be picked up. I'll call you back. Of course he calls you back. Of course you tell him that we're divorced and I'm bothering you. So he calls me back. It's not Darren anymore. It's now Mr. Zorn. I'm putting your phone into evidence. Total different personality. Different person I'm talking to. Like, oh my God. For what crime, detective? I'll call you back. I'm like, Jesus. So the next day went by. I stopped by the house, get to eat, grab a bite to eat, go to the bathroom. I left him a message. Detective, just so this doesn't turn into a major federal offense, get with your captain, please. Make sure anyone from a 5-year-old knows watching TV, you need a crime and a case number to submit anything into evidence. What crime? Check on that, please. I left him that message. 8:30 at night. I finish work, get home at 10. Go to sleep, get up. I'm picking up someone in Bedford, the hotel. 11 o'clock in the morning. Woo, woo, woo. Hearst Bedford police arrests me, throws the handcuffs on me, throws me in the squad car for some warrants for my arrest for trespassing and interfering with an emergency police call. Blanca, both of those times, the first time and the second time when I got your phone, I told you to call the police. The evidence is on your laptop. I pushed the record button on your laptop, which shows that exactly that would vindicate me. I'm there trying to help. And the detective says, yeah, I have that footage from her. I thought, you're bullshitting. You're not even smart enough to get that, ask for that. So all this is because of Detective Broom. And with your mechanism agreeing to every damn thing. Holy crap. So I spent 7 days in jail because of that. And then around July 21st, I left him another message. I got Mark. Oh my God, the story I have about Mark, the attorney you picked for me. He's an idiot. Oh my God, he fired himself too. Gave me back my $1,000 deposit. I've got all that recorded. You're gonna If you get a chance to hear that, I hope you do, baby. I got so many stuff to share with you. Oh my God. You're going to have fun for weeks hearing this stuff, let alone the videos that I had to record of Mark and Norma and Jesus. The attorneys, the mayor of Hearst, the city manager of Hearst, the captain, the chief, Detective Broom. Talked to him 4 times. He's an idiot. How that guy got to be detective, his rank, I had to tell him. Detective, have you told your wife what you've done, your kids? You basically had me arrested for nothing, without a crime. Not once, twice, I think it's 3 times now, from your stupid statement that you couldn't take back. Of putting my phone into evidence without a crime. Then I get my phone back. It has it on 2 different dates of when received and when logged into evidence. Why didn't you log it into evidence the first day? 3 days before, detective. When I can afford it, I will hire an attorney. I will own that city. Mayor was cool. The city manager, oh my God. You wouldn't believe how much spineless people are in that government. The police are unchecked power. The mayor has no control over them. The city manager, neither. I've had my civil liberties violated at least 10 times, 15 times maybe, if I think about it and count them up. Illegally detained 3 to 4 times, without my rights being read. Nothing. Threw cuffs on me every time. Illegally put in jail. Never read my rights. You name it. No attorneys. I even know everything about attorneys. I'm so glad I never became an attorney. I had 2 years of business law in high school. I was very seriously becoming an attorney. I'm so glad that they're taught just like a business baby, just like you said about Millie. Pastors and therapists too. They're all educated at the same, basically what we would call woke now. Now that Trump's president, all that shit's gonna change. Kash Patel, you know who Kash Patel is. The Indian guy that's buddies with Trump. He led the Russia investigation and got Trump freed from that. He's now gonna be the FBI director. In case you haven't heard, and I hope you hear this, baby. With all my heart, I hope you hear this. My God. And I don't care if I'm just saying this because I have to get it off my chest. Because I'm overloaded. I can't talk to you. Now Mara, she came and gave me hugs twice and told me she loves me. I said, I love you too. Now that's gone. Because I asked Dan to help by calling her. Because they had a relationship. And Mara plays him the recording. I'm like, are you kidding me? Her too? Blanca, you got everyone hearing this recording. Little poison pill. So you don't have to be the bad person. Oh, listen to this. I've said this in another video. Blanca, it's so bad what you're doing to me. And it's not you. I'm still not pissed at you. I can't be, baby. Because I know you. I know what's going on. You've told me. You've shown me what's going on. I never will. To the day I die. Does that have any value to you? Because whomever you're with, Larry, he's not going to take it so well when you don't hear him right for some reason. It's an awkward moment. You don't know how to respond, or you tell him, and then he's going to say, that's not what she just said before, just like with Dale and Edith. And then the third time, you're not going to make sense because you don't remember what you just told him, because your mechanism managed that for you. That's how it happens, baby. Me? I knew it. I knew it wasn't you all this time. I guess I told it in the recording because we were pushing each other's buttons. That's all I can boil it down to. Maybe I was in a trauma state when I said that in the recording. After hearing that recording 4 or 5 times, the first time a month ago, it only came up. It was never an issue. If it was an issue, you never would have texted me October 28th when we got back together. Right? You never would have texted me. I never would have been invited to Mexico. Right? If that was such an issue, that recording. It only came up after Mexico from Alex. She was very angry because I messaged her to help me. I was asking Alex, it would help if you would support me and say to Blanca, it's okay if you go back with Darren. And whatever happened in Mexico, I know what happened in Mexico. I was there. I saw everything. You weren't there, Blanca. You were half there. Kinda. And I've got 20 other things that you multitask and were talking to me in Mexico. I know you weren't there. All that's in the past, baby. We got past that. How many times? When you were moving out of Murphy to Pecan. If that recording was an issue, you never would have texted me. Asked for help. Took me to my birthday for the Cowboys chicken. Invited me to the art museum. Brought Mara to my apartment. It doesn't make sense. Your mechanism never makes sense, Blanca. That's why I was frustrated. Everything I said was because of your mechanism on that recording. And I'm the bad guy. It's not really fair, baby, if you think about it. Again, you going getting married in another country. Oh my God. Forgetting about your past. Really? It's not possible, baby. Please, I need you to wake up. I know you're not. If you were in this car right now and I had a chance to talk to you, I could let you understand. Put down your phone. Turn off. Actually, I'd ask you to record if that happens, if I get the chance for that to happen. So you'd never forget what's going on. That's how it'd have to be. Because after I explained everything and I showed you the video from the security video from Sam's and Walmart, once you see that, Blanca, you would think, oh my God, I don't like that. How do I get rid of that? You can do that? Yes, baby, I know how to. You showed me how. But you have to see the difference. You have to see on video what you look like when you're being managed by your mechanism. And when you see that, you at Walmart was amazing. I'm gonna tell you this. I knew you were there. I was at the same Walmart before you were. I had to go and get something out of my car to get something to return. So I came back and then I saw your car as I was walking from mine. You had walked in before me. I was there first. Smiley-eyed, gorgeous baby. Cute dog. Max passed away. And Blanca, when you would come to the apartment, you were very nice with Max, but and when every time I could tell, every time when you had to go, your mechanism shimmered right in. You wouldn't even say bye to Max. Every time you never said bye to Max. Your mechanism. Blanca, I've never been treated. Your mechanism has treated me worse than I ever have been treated by anyone in my entire life. Never has any person treated me so bad, so cruelly, than the person that I've known more than half my life. The most precious woman in my person in my life could treat me that way. How is that possible, Blanca? It can't be you. On one day, awesome the next day, cruel, punching my nose the next day, metaphorically punching my nose. You've never punched me. You know that. I've never punched you. I've never laid a finger on you. You know that. Neither of us failed in our marriage, baby. I have so many proud stories to tell when passengers ask me. And they ask, how did you meet? I just simply say, Hollywood can't write it. And then I would say nothing. Then they're like, well, could you tell me? I tell them a little bit because I don't want the whole trip to be about me. And then we change this up, and then they say, well, what happened then? So I'd have to tell them, Blanca, I didn't bring up the subject. People want to know. How? I don't know. They see me. They see something in me that there's got to be something special behind the curtain, which is you. That's why people ask me all the time. You've got to know that I've got someone very cool and special. That I'm a good guy and I must have some special woman and wife. That's why they ask me. Every time I tell them any part of the story, oh, that's destiny. Oh my God, talk about destiny. Woo, that's destiny. Don't even get me started about your dad. Oh my God. Mara doesn't even know this either. Polo doesn't know the story, what I found out about your dad. Mara doesn't know about the purse, does she? Mara, it's a very cool purse that even our great granddaughters will be walking around with a BMZ DZ purse. How about that, baby? Blanca, your mechanism forebode, would not tell any of your friends about the purse. Your mechanism blocked how proud you were of the purse that you had everything to do with. How? I just watched the movie Devil Wears Prada for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Very cool. Devil Wears Prada, I always thought, I never actually sat down with you and watched the movie. I had to go out in the garage, I have a beer or whatever, I was mowing the lawn or the pool or whatever. Never had a chance to actually watch that movie with you. I just assumed Prada, she was wearing Prada, that's her favorite designer. That's what I always thought. No, Devil Wears Prada is the Prada purse that she wears. One of your favorite movies. I'm going to give you a little tidbit. Don't know if it's going to happen next week, next year. Don't know. I just talked to Milan. Prada, twice last week. Balenciaga. Pretty cool Spanish word. Means whale house. Translated. Blanca, I'm having fun, baby. I'm trying to get it licensed. Best case scenario, it's a fraction of what we could make if we manufactured it. If you get rid of your mechanism, my God, the sky's the limit. All of our families would be so successful. Our grandkids, our great-grandkids would have a mark in history, baby. Let alone walking around with a BMZ DZ purse. And we're going to trademark the logo, which has to be on every single purse, if they license it. I've talked to every designer. I've emailed every designer, Blanca. Balenciaga, Spain. Very famous Spanish designer from the 1800s. Very interested conversation we had. I like them better than, well, Prada's the best one because they can make the sequel with our purse with the features on it. Imagine that. If we would have just, without your mechanism, Blanca, we'd be already doing all this. And I'm doing it all myself because I said, screw it. I can't drive for Uber. Lets me focus on this. I don't have the $13,000 to pay a company to do what I'm doing now. I'm doing it all myself. It's pretty fun. I wish you were with me. Everyone's so excited. Even they're talking to me in Italian. I said I'm calling from the United States. You should see the email. It's really cool. Imagine if Prada licenses it. It's a pretty fun thought. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't have a crystal ball. I have to spend all my time with this stuff. In courts, with the police. All my whole time has been taken up when I'm not driving with all this stuff. If we were together, I wouldn't have to waste time doing this. Spend money on stupid stuff. If we were to get rid of your mechanism, get everyone back happy, and not having to dodge this and avoid this and in our rest of our lives, like we're going down that path. We were just happy and everyone was good, and Mara and Edith and Rosa and everyone. Start getting this company going, manufacture it. We could have so much income from it forever. What good stuff we could do, start up foundations and help people. The difference, for an example, if we manufactured it, the projected income would be $400 million to make it. But we need a $175,000 investor. Don't have it, so the alternative is to license it and trademark the logo. License it to Balenciaga, Prada, Chanel. Chanel, they're stuck up. Fuck them. French. I'm learning about the French people too. A little arrogant, as expected. The Spanish, that's pretty cool. I've got a whole list. I got a call this week. God, I miss you, baby. I'm not stopping. God knows I'm not. And he hasn't put in anything to block me. And he's tried to stop me before, Baka. Listen to this. I had told the pastor back in May, after Mexico. I told him I'm going to her attorney's office to talk to her, like adults. Pastor goes, "What? You're going into the lion's den?" No, adults. I didn't do anything. He goes, "That's not a good idea." I was getting ready. I had to go to the office. I'm in my mind going to stop by Doris's office to talk to her and bring her copies of the patent, stuff about our conversations. Ask for her to help. I'd go from my bedroom, my apartment, in the hallway before I got to the kitchen. I swear I felt a hand bigger than this stop me in my tracks. I'm looking down, my feet aren't moving. I feel this. Okay, I get it. You just freed up my day. That's all I thought. That's all I said. I didn't go to Doris's that day. I did a week later. She was nice, fake. Asked her to help you because she is your guardian at the time. She's the only one that could talk to you, and I asked her to. She did the opposite. Refused to even acknowledge the patent, which I gave her a copy of the patent and the drawings and everything. Didn't even ask for it in the divorce. How stupid. That's a valuable community property asset. Divisible. Split 50-50. She's so dumb she didn't get that for you. What dumb people. Jesus. They're school taught. She's known as the stupid baby girl of Fort Worth, Tarrant County, of attorneys, Doris is. I've talked to quite a few attorneys, but she's a dummy. Oh, cool thing. I'm here at Bear Creek Park. I was here yesterday. There's a river going there. It loops around. We're in a loop. Animal control. I guess I'm talking to myself because I have no one else to talk to. God. It was very fun. Jesus. Just a fun little story. I was here yesterday at this park in Keller, and animal control was chasing around trying to catch a German Shepherd, and I watched them. Over here there's 3 footbridges for people to cross the river to the other side of the park, and I'm watching them. They're like, the dog's going across the river and they have to drive freaking all the way over there to go to catch up with the dog. And I stopped. I said, you guys need an extra hand? They go, yeah, if you can. So I went and tried to drive my car to get the dog to go towards them, you know, very patiently and calmly. And I thought, the drone that I use for work, that you know about, that police let me off with speeding tickets because they see a drone. And they go, you were going so and so miles an hour. Is that a drone? They want to talk about the drone and let me go from the speeding ticket. And you know that, baby. God. It's for work. But I was there and I thought, put the drone in the air, and I walked over to the 2 trucks, the animal control. I said, can I corral the dog with the drone? Would that help? He goes, yeah, if you can. So we tried it. It was pretty fun. I didn't turn the camera on, but I noticed that I'm the only people were standing around. They let the dog walk right by them. They can see the animal controls here with 2 trucks, 3 trucks actually, and no one helped. I was like the only one that was helping. Thought that was kind of weird. So then I got the drone. There's the, you know, the river goes like this. The park is like, so I see they're chasing the dog over across the river. So I'm in this bank. So I get the drone up. I send it across the river, and the guards are walking towards the tree line. And I look around and it's like, God, there's a lot of people like coming towards. It's like, why is everyone so interested now? And so I saw the dog was coming the other way, and my battery was going out, so I sent it back across the water and landed it. I turned around and some guy goes, oh, that's you. What do you mean? I go, I know the park like the back of my hand. That's where I practiced to fly it. Why not help? So he thought the animal control had the drone and the new stuff about the drones. Everyone was like, oh my God, a drone, it's going to help rescue the dog. I don't know. People are weird. Before I sent the drone up, no one cared. No one was going to help the dog. But a drone, oh, that's going to... Just a weird story how weird people are. It was fun. Didn't catch the dog. They had to go set a trap, and I said, okay. And I left. Baby, bottom line, you have to talk to me. You have to listen and hear what I have to tell you. Everything that you've showed me and told me. Everything about your mechanism. Once you understand and realize that, you're going to say, how do I get rid of it? Let's go. And once you're done with it, how about this? You'll be free. Freer than you ever have been in your entire life. To make your own decisions, baby. Once you're done with your mechanisms, I'm not done fighting for you, baby. No. Too much invested. 34, 35 years of us. What we've gone through, what we've enjoyed, what we've had. Our kids, our legacy, your legacy. Our grandkids, all that stuff. Blanca, you're basically changing your name. You're basically ending Blanca Zorn. Everything of your past. So sad how to end it that way. Oh my God. It's disturbing. All because of something that actually never really happened. Every time. It's very sad if you think about it. Okay, back. Once you get rid of your mechanism, then you'll be free to decide, because these aren't your decisions, Blanca. I'll never believe that. What you're doing at this point, at this time. Getting married to someone you can't possibly get to know. Like you told me, you'd have to worry, because you don't know who failed that marriage. Most likely it's the guy. You don't know what he did. You cannot. He's a person. He's a human. He'll lie. Is the only way is to ask his ex, who failed the marriage? Oh, again, she's going to have to defend herself and make him look bad. Sound familiar? Dumb mechanism. It's impossible to know, Blanca. And you told me when we got back together, you're going to have to worry about if your car keys are missing, when you wake up and then your car's gone, or you come home from work and your apartment's empty. They could drug you, they could poison you, kill you, slice your... You even told me graphic to where you might not even wake up. You don't know if when your mechanism sparks on him, Blanca, what he's gonna do. He doesn't know anything about it. He knows about your that you have 2 traumas you're suffering. He's like, I'm exaggerating, but yeah, he knows, Blanca. How convenient for him. I know this guy. I told you in another video, once you find out what he has said in text, social media, whatever, that we've communicated, you're going to be appalled and embarrassed of how he acts, how he talks. You're going to be, God, I wasted my time with this person. There's a reason, Blanca, you never bring him to Sam's or Walmart. I checked with the cowboy that's always out by the pumps. He's never seen you with anyone. You're always alone or with me. Wouldn't you be proud to bring him to Sam's or Walmart, shopping, get gas, whatever? Nope. And guess what? He does not. He does not want to go to Sam's or Walmart knowing he'd bump into me. That's his biggest fear, is to bump into me. Why? Because he knows I will expose him, who he is, right in front of you. He probably goes to sleep like, God damn this. They cannot meet. That's his biggest fear, of you finding out who he really is, Blanca. Trust me. It's pretty sad. Why do you think I got out of my car like a man, looked him in the eye, offered to shake my hand, asked him, what's your name? Who does that, Blanca? What ex-husband acts like that? Decent, with you standing there. Why? Because it was respect for you. Because I know you're still with your, in your bubble. And you were that day. Oh my God. Blanca, your mechanism took over. Of course it did. I understood. I tried to get you. I was there before he was there. Waiting to convince you to go with me. To go have fun with picking up passengers. And I shook his hand out of respect for you, knowing you'd make the right decision, hopefully to choose me, or to get to know him and figure it out yourself. That's why I did that. 99% of the times, Blanca, it's a mess. Fist flying, whatever, names calling. I think you realize deep down I handled that very well. And then at the apartment in Grapevine, he didn't handle it. I did. It's on video. I was very calm, kept my cool. He didn't. You'd be embarrassed when you see when you see the dash cam, body cam footage of how he acts. He lost control. He definitely doesn't know how to manage me, baby. And us. He doesn't know how to manage our situation. Is it taking advantage of the situation? 100%. And your mechanism, baby, you're using them. Yeah. You're taking advantage. Your mechanism is opportunistic, greedy, Blanca. It's clear as day. Shirley sees it. I simply have to ask God again. Please put him in my path. If I'm anywhere close to him, Blanca, I've told him, he knows this isn't going to work out. He's praying to God. Of course he loves you. Who wouldn't? Of course you're a damn good catch. I chose you. You chose me. Your family chose me, Blanca. Polo told me the Saturday night before Bad Sunday. He told me. Saturday night before Bad Sunday, Polo was driving, you were in the back, I was in the front. I heard you guys talking in Spanish about, his papa. And you were talking about how we met. And I finally started listening more, and I asked Polo, didn't you want to kick my ass? Because I leaned over and told you the woman across from me is amazing. And he leans back to me and goes, that's my sister. I was like, holy shit. I was embarrassed. And I don't think I've told you. I didn't know it was Dad's Blanca that was sitting. I was amazed by. I didn't know it was Dad's Blanca that he talked about for years. Until the next day, baby. That's kind of fun. So I asked Polo when we were in the car that night, driving home back to their house. I said, Polo, didn't you want to kick my ass? He goes, no, Darren, we liked you. He said you weren't as macho as her. We didn't like her other boyfriends. They were too macho. And he said, and too dark. I know what that is. Oh my God. I know, baby. I know more of what that means than even he does. And now you know. It's your Spanish blood. Your dad with blue eyes and light skin and tall. Blanca, you're Spanish royalty. Double. Your mom and your parents. Your mom and your dad are Spanish royal blood. Mara doesn't know that. Polo doesn't know that. Jeez, the things you can have that I've already told you, and your mechanism turns it down. Blanca, our kids, Devin and Tyler, Alexa. I now have to call her, I'm sure. Can have lifetime medical from Spain, not just the government, backed by the bloodline. The Spanish royals protect their bloodline, Blanca. So important. You have no idea how special you are. Jesus Christ. You couldn't have. At the time I found out about it, we were still married. I actually called the Spanish embassy. Phone call didn't go good because they didn't speak any English.
Good feel for what actually.
Jeez, Blanca, the benefits you could have. You can have an international passport. Mara also. Alex, Alexa, Devin and Tyler. Jorge, Mara's son. Issued from the government of Spain. You can go across any border on the planet with just that. You can toss your passport in the garbage and your driver's license. You can go into any airport, through any customs, of any country with that. There's even more that I can't say because it's so unbelievable you wouldn't believe it. Unless you're done with your mechanism. So I'm not going to tell you. Gorgeous. Pretty, sexy, gorgeous, smiley-eyed baby. And oh my God, since you texted me in September after to move out of Murphy to Pecan. I don't want to say get back together or whatever. There's no thing to explain our relationship, which was better than never seeing you again like I am now. God, I haven't seen you in 6 months. What a tragedy. You would compliment me every day on my looks, on what I was wearing or whatever. And then after a day or two, you're mechanism would shimmy in and no assurance. Blanca, it's absolutely your mechanism, your God-given mechanism. It's not helping you anymore. You have to get rid of it. Sorry, my neck. I guess I'm dehydrated. Yeah, a little self-conscious. Fucking phone. Jesus. Stupid little magnets, these little plates of metal. The glue falls at the most inopportune times, and then the phone drops from the magnet on here. There's the other one. See, that one's fine. That's another magnet. But Blanca, God, the decisions, the path you've taken is not yours, baby. It's not what's written in stone. Your life has been written in stone, baby, and you're doing the exact opposite of it. There's so much. The sky is the absolute limit. If we can get rid of your mechanism. And yes, I'm going to say it. That's what I've been fighting for over 2 years. To resume our marriage. Not our marriage, but our relationship. Being us, Darren and Blanca. Being a family. Having our family, our kids together. With your help, Mara's help, Polo's help, Terry's help, any connections that we can have, can get that purse manufactured. I've tried here. Maybe that's one of the German Shepherds that I was tracking down. Blanca, I hope you hear this. I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'm gonna stop this recording. I'm gonna get in front of you somehow, Blanca. I have to, baby. For both of our futures. Our lives. This with Larry can't work out, Blanca. I'm not sorry to say it won't. He's going to find out. You're going to spark on him. He's going to find out something. You can't hide. And what life is that you're hiding? Your past. You can't forget about it. You're going to forget about Donald Trump, that who you love and supported. That's a big deal, baby. And I can't share it with you, all the awesome stuff that's happening. He's gonna change the world, Blanca. Like I was saying with Kash Patel, Tulsi Gabbard as the Department of National Intelligence. Are you kidding me? We're gonna strip the FBI. Kash Patel says he's gonna put a padlock on the goddamn 4-block building. The FBI, make it a museum, and disperse every 30,000 FBI agents across the country instead, all of them in Washington, D.C. Countries, kings, prime ministers are all going to want to do and act like Trump is a leader. They're already doing it, Blanca. And you're going to love it. But your mechanism is going to, I don't like politics anymore. Just a waste, baby. God, let's go. Vámonos, Blanca. Let's go live how we were intended to be together. We're intended to grow old together, baby. I love you. No matter whatever happens, I'm always here. I'm the first person you can pick up the phone and call me. I'll goddamn be there, baby. I'll drop whatever I'm doing, wherever. If I'm in another country, I'll drop what I'm doing and I'll be right there. I promise. If I'm on another damn moon, I'll be right there for you. I told you that, baby. When we got back together. I'm gonna go. I love you. Never forget that. Do never forget that. I hope you wake up. Maybe God can help me, because I ask him a lot of times. I don't drink it, not even a sip of wine, baby. Not that I can't control it. Never could control it. I could talk to you forever. I miss you so damn much. Oh my God. Don't ever forget. I'm always here, baby. I'll never hate you. I'll never be ugly to you. How can I? This is not your fault. I'll see you soon.